This is not the police force I joined in 1992. It's immeasurably better, and it's better than the police force that existed 20 years before that. All of the training and all of the learning has made us a more compassionate organisation, an organisation that actually wants to talk to communities. We are a police service that does not use force lightly. We are an organisation that has to use reasonable force at times. We are a police service that takes people's liberty. But unlike the vast majority of services around the world, we are not armed, which means we can't police by force alone and conflict. We police by dialogue. And you will have seen officers bravely managing protests over the weekend and in the peaceful protests, doing what we do well and we have learnt to do over the last couple of decades, which is talk to communities. The point of my blog was to say that I can empathise with people who've come out and their anger in protesting at the issue, because they are talking about a lived experience day by day in whether it's in education, health, the workplace or the criminal justice system that has left them feeling desperate that they are not felt, that their voice is being heard. I am, as a professional police officer who would never condone criminality, violence or destruction of property. I mean, for goodness sake, I am head of counter-terrorism for the UK. So the reality is, though, in context, 140,000 people approximately protested over the last week in at least 199 protests, of which in 3 or 4 there were violent acts by a very small number of people. Now, those people should face justice. There is no question about that, and every police officer who was injured has my sympathy. The reality is we've got a lot of officers, both BAME and white, who've written to me, who were equally horrified by what they saw in the US, don't see it as reflecting their profession, and we've seen a different type of policing in this country. Now, I'm not an apologist for everything that's happened. I do think at the end of the day, policing has got to listen once again to another watershed moment worldwide, has got to listen to what communities are saying about how they feel, and has got to take that and do something with it. I might be the most senior BAME officer in the country. I'm one of the top 50 and one of the top 6 in the Met, but it can't be right that I'm the only one who looks like me. That's the reality for some people. But I don't want the public to get the impression that in policing, we are anything other than committed to talking to communities.